Fitzpatrick puts more distance on the second place car of Kerry Micks.
Trevor Siebert in the 69 running in the 4th position. There is a good look. It's your leader, 84 of JR Fitzpatrick.
What a great shot. Dave, I was telling you in the opening about how wide these straightaways are. You seen the 95 of Simone go way wide and carry the momentum. It still wasn't enough to catch up with Kerry Micks.
Scott Steckley rounding out the top 5. Your points leader in the Castrol Edge Dodge is DJ Kennington running in 6th. And one driver who is off is the 60 of Ron Beauchamp Jr. and Thompson is pit.
Guys, the struggles continue for the 60 Mopar parts car of Ron Beauchamp Jr. You can see on the fiberglass some contact at the front. They're changing the brake line again on the left front. They had problems with brakes at Toronto, you'll remember, on the rear and the front. This one, the left front, damaged because of the contact.
Wow, Ron Beauchamp just having a terrible day. Mark Dilley with damage on the left front of the 9 Dickies Dodge.
That could have been a stack-up problem on the start for the part source, along with new sponsor Dickies on board the number 9 Dodge here this weekend. So some good news in the sponsorship department. Unfortunately, bad news on the racetrack as Mark Dilley takes an early trip down pit lane.
Again, what a great shot of how wide these runways here in Edmonton are and how much momentum these guys can carry into the corner. What a great shot.
Kerry Micks putting together a quietly solid run in the early going of this Canadian Tire 100. And that Ford running second, but everybody continues to chase the 84 of JR Fitzpatrick. Riding on board with Daryl Haar as he chases down the number 59 of John Ferrano, who sits in 13th. Don't forget to log on to NASCAR Home Tracks and vote for your favorite NASCAR Canadian Tire Series driver. And everybody's still chasing the 84 of JR Fitzpatrick. Look at that gap. The top 3 cars opened up this gap pretty much on lap number 1. And then Trevor Siebert has been holding that same gap, unable to catch, but not losing anything either. We ride on board with the driver of the 69.
Well, Trevor's a veteran road racer for sure. Look how smooth he is. He's not beating up in the car, not over-revving the motor, just doing a nice, smooth job. And you know what? 22 Scott Steckley, he's a veteran in this series, but pretty good school going on right there in front of him.
Absolutely. Champion in 2008. Great new paint scheme on board this Canadian Tire Dodge as well for Scott Steckley. Looking at a sharp new car. Quick on-board shot from the dash cam of the 22 Scott Steckley, and look at this battle for the lead is starting to heat up between the top 3 drivers. Fitzpatrick, Micks, and Simone now nose to tail.
Well, they're down through the most technical and tightest part of this racetrack. And you know what? I think the 84 car is just using enough to stay where he needs to be. Because look at the horsepower. He pulls Kerry Micks by a car length and a half down that straightaway heading for turn 1.
And the 95 of Anthony Simone did it again. He went way out wide on the front straightaway. We've seen him do that a couple of laps in a row. They all bang off the curbs through turns 3, 4, and 5. And then Simone still tucked in behind the 02 of Kerry Micks, but he's a little bit quicker than Kerry Micks. Another driver who's got trouble, the 00 of Pierre Morton. Todd?
Fellas, something's broken on the left front of the 00 Aaron's Dodge of Pierre Bourque. They're not sure yet. The crew's having a look at it, trying to see if they can make some quick repairs and send him back out. But again, contact in the left front, damage to the front end, and Pierre has his hands full.
Well, Dave, you know, you got to be careful on these curbs. On time you catch them just the wrong way, and it puts a lot of stress on the suspension.
Absolutely. You see these cars bouncing, lifting both right sides and both left sides right off the ground. So coming down the wrong way can happen pretty easily.
And Dave, this battle here is tightening up too. DJ Kennington, very smart veteran racer. He's going to keep this car inside of the leaders all day long. He might know in his mind that he's got no shot at JR Fitzpatrick today, but a smart racer will get his best finish and take all the points he can home today.
Yeah, it's really been no secret. We talked about it off the top of the show. DJ Kennington is running for points, and here comes Simone to the inside of the 02 of Kerry Micks. A change for second spot, as Simone giving his new co-car owner Donald Meade a pretty good run here today in Edmonton.
Well, Dave, you've been trying that outside move all day long and getting that big momentum out the outside, and he finally made it work to get past Kerry Micks.
But just finishing my thought a little bit on Kennington, a points racer, and it's no secret. He'll know when he can win and he'll know when he just has to get as many points as he can.
Make no mistake about that. He knows when to go and when to say whoa. Knowing when to say whoa. Listen to that car control by JR Fitzpatrick. He's so smooth in the gas pedal here in the road courses. It's just phenomenal to watch him. He's just driving away at will. I think he's toying with these guys right now, I got to tell you.
Or could it just be that the surface is that slippery? Of course, a number of different series running on the same racetrack. Could it be that a little bit of debris gets on the race surface?
Wow, that's some pretty good footwork right there. You're right about the debris. You get marbles, oil, the place will slick up. But when you've already got the fastest race car out here, a little bit of slick not going to bother you at all.
No, absolutely not. You saw the parts source Dodge of Mark Dilley, the number 9, just ahead of the leaders. No hood on anymore. And it looks like he's about to go a lap down. 25 laps to go here in Edmonton. JR Fitzpatrick continues to pace this field. And here comes Steckley in the Canadian Tire Dodge, but it looks like Siebert's going to hold him off one more time.
See, I've always talked about road course racing. It's easy in and hard off, right? And what you seen there was Siebert laid it down soft, and Steckley seen an opportunity to roll it on in there. He's measuring him up for later. Let's see if he can get that done next time around.
Well, Siebert does have a podium finish at 3rd in Trois-Rivières last year, and he's looking to better that here in Edmonton. He's got a little ways to go, but the Lake Excavating number 69 is poised for a good finish here in Edmonton.
Oh, you see them cars make that sweeper again. JR Fitzpatrick driving away at will.
Good look at a little bit further back in the field. Currently running in the 7th position, the Home Hardware Chevy of Don Thompson Jr. having a pretty solid afternoon, and the 99 of Derek White is off and slowing. There he finally grabs the gear and gets going, but the OCR Gaspar Chevrolet definitely off the pace.
Wow, he got it refired, just brought some dirt up on the racetrack. That's a pretty tight spot right there as well, Dave.
And he just purchased the 84 road course car that JR Fitzpatrick won with in Montreal last year. Derek White does own a lot of former JR Fitzpatrick machines.
Well, if you're going to come race with the boys, you might as well own their toys. You know, if you buy the best, you can run up front, right?
Absolutely. You look and see who's the quickest, and right now, it is the 84 of JR Fitzpatrick. Welcome back to race number 5 of the 2010 NASCAR Canadian Tire Series on TSN. JR Fitzpatrick in the Schick Hydro Chevrolet is led from the drop of the green, but the 95 machine of Anthony Simone looks to be gaining some ground. Further back, Jared Whistle from Calgary holds down the 10th spot over the 55 on Dexter Stacy, and they're having a dynamite little dice.
Well, this is one of their better showings of the year for sure, and they're having a lot of fun running the top 10.
Especially Stacy. He's not normally strong on the road course events. Joey McComb in the watch at number 50 is in that battle as well, and it looks like McComb is going to try the 55 of Stacy, and he'll pick up the position as well, but just a great battle a little deeper in the field. Whoa, Ferrano got all kinds of loose.
Here comes the one of Daryl Har as well. Daryl not having the stellar day he was looking for, but I'll tell you, he's got to get used to running these cars again, the new NASCAR rules, and I'll tell you what, if he runs full-time next year, he'll be a battler. Jason White, the A&W number 21, also tailing on to that group, and Derek White again, problems on the 99. He did refire, but now that car seems to have lost power once again. With Daryl Hart again in that BRP Can-Am Chevrolet, doing a nice job. I love these new transmissions, Dave. You just see them just click, click, shift, a little bit of power, not a lot of heeling and towing like we used to have to do with the old transmissions. And Daryl Hart is really no stranger to road street courses. You know, he's raced in the NASCAR Can-Am West Series, also run a number of Nationwide Series races, so he is a veteran driver, just making his first NASCAR Canadian Tire Series start. Well, make no mistake, Daryl Har can run with the best of them, that's for sure. They've got the equipment, they're well prepared, and I'll tell you, when he gets used to this deal all over again, he'll be stunning. Yeah, they're really teething here with some brand new race cars and, you know, trying to find setups on cars that are really different from the normal machines that they run in the K&N West Series. I'm speaking of Carl and Daryl Har, but doing a wonderful job here today as Carl just went a lap down. Unfortunately, a little bit off the pace here this afternoon, but JR Fitzpatrick continues to wheel in the 84. Well, there's the footwork again. Wide open throttle, hard on the brake. You can see the dust come up through the grommet on the steering wheel there. JR Fitzpatrick having a real man's day here today. Nothing better than looking at the field in the mirror getting smaller and smaller.
Well, the top two really have checked out. They've got a 4-second lead over third place. Kerry, Micks, and Todd standing by in Simone's pit.